Alright, greetings, populace. So we're on to more Wayside. This one's titled, Alas, Crazy Copies Calcium. And I want to have like some sort of profound meaning for all this, but I don't know if there is one, other than the fact that it has no meaning. We're enjoying nonsense. I don't know, that's the point. I am, anyway. Good old nonsense, my favorite type of sense, that of the non. And here we go. Alas, crazy copies calcium. The false smoke of meanings is a central vent in a room occupied by omniscient octopods, whose oscillation is more a fraud than most occupations, leading one to unbelieve that most jobs are rarely a preoccupation. More so are the villain's vanities secured in remembering. Alas, crazy copies calcium when bones bend, but don't break, for containment of the cognitive contrived calamity, which in truth is more a poet's destiny, more confined of Riley than any past catastrophe. You see, minds mingle matter like a master to be conquered, but masters are only leaders if they confront the after, as after is future, depending on the height of the disaster that said conqueror has created. More or less, Wayside rhymes do not belong in the present time. Such a joke is that most fail to miss the unrhyming, which reveals the pluke timing of such elaborate lying. You see, or rather unsee, that words cannot proliferate without antonyms or synonyms, or unless you forget the world we live in, which is only a recombination of unsuccessful mental rectification. Now you may laugh at such a concept, but don't forget that precipitation must come after cipitation. Although universal knowledge can't convey what reversal rain means, certainly not evaporation. And smoke becomes calcium, rendered by the facts of fractal physics. Thought physics is even less ununderstandable in the shadow realm. One can verify that an electron is not a slave of the proton, only a considerate to its own anti-self. At least, that's what God-man felt. The conclusion that calcium can render smoke is a false one. By that, smoke is a primary effect upon the vaporization of failed carbon. Calcium. Calcium is only defined as a failed because calcium allows itself to become pure enough through carbon's desires, which are truly unpure and ununderstandable, of course. This previous sentence enables one to reconsider calcium's prompt function as a bone-binding facilitator. Bones don't break, but barely bend under unoffensive pressure. Thus, a poet's calamity is the cognitive destiny of Wayside carbon, represented in the form of calcium, with a loud difference towards smoke as an miscalculation. And that's crazy copies calcium. Good old Wayside, man.